John Potter is tracking the dry weather conditions there, and Jen Jackson joins us live in South Lake Tahoe, where this fire is burning hard and strong.
Oh my God. Because I had no idea that was a urinal.
What did you think it was?
I don't know.
If he says he's on Social Security, you're not gonna, charge him as much as you would charge the guy that, is a CEO.
Jen Jackson met with a search expert who's really somewhat of a local legend as what, Jen? A man tracker?
That's right, Wendy. Fernando Marrera works with the Washoe County Sheriff's Department, but he also has his own business helping to locate people that have disappeared.
Going in the tornado?
Yes.
That was me. That was me today.
Why didn't you call me? We would have come out and gotten some pictures of you. That would have been great.
No, that's okay.
No flying monkeys, though, right?
I think I did see a few.
That was on Mill Street?
Reno drivers, yeah.
Oh, okay. Thanks so much, Sean.
Dirty jobs. Someone has to do them. Jen Jackson explores Northern Nevada looking for people who earn an honest living doing jobs no one else wants. Then she gets in there and shows you what it's like to have a dirty job for a living. That's tonight at 11, only on Channel 2.
All right, there are plenty of jobs that rate pretty high on the messy scale, and our very own Jen Jackson signed up to try them out.
You know, these are always the ones you drive by and you go, who's doing that? All right, well,
No
tonight she's getting down and dirty across the Truckee Meadows doing a job that's not exactly glamorous.
It isn't anything at all like people think.
I don't know. Cleaning out a portable toilet after, well, lots of people have done what they need to do sounds pretty gross to me. This is the Sandy hut I'm going to clean on a construction site.
What's that stuff on top?
That's because it's been there for a week and it needs to be cleaned. It's just the scum.
Ralph Jarman says construction site porta potties are usually cleaned once a week.
Most people think that the portable toilet industry is a dirty job, and it's not.
He says I won't even get my hands dirty. I put on the rubber gloves and get ready to tackle this toilet in a blue plastic shell.
You want to flip the whole thing open.
Oh, I forgot
all the way up.
Now it's time to vacuum up the, we'll call it used water.
Do I need to move it around?
Well, you can pull it up to make sure it's sucking. You'll hear it suck air. See that? There you go.
I may be a little trigger happy and go water crazy, but I want to do a good job.
That's right.
And the scrub brush lets me get into all the nooks and crannies.
I'm telling you, Ralph, I don't know if these are stains or just I'm freaking myself out, but...
The reason you're getting suds is because there's chemical in my spray water. So,
It's not my elbow grease?
well, it might be. You're gonna squeegee like the top of the urinal. All you're doing is so that you're not getting your rag as wet.
Okay, you know what's gonna make you laugh? Because I had no idea that was a urinal.
What did you think it was?
I don't know.
After that mix-up, I put 5 gallons of fresh water into the reservoir and a blue tablet. Jarman says this is the key.
Blue water is much more pleasant to look at than brown water. And after a week, it's not really blue anymore, it's more green.
Ugh, the thought of it.
I don't think I did a very good job.
Well, you didn't do bad, but what you want to do is you got to sit on that toilet seat.
Oh, yeah.
So you want to make sure that's dry.
The last step,
in my house.
foo-foo spray in the corners. Yep, that's what it's called, foo-foo spray. It's supposed to keep the Sandy hut fresh.
I might hire you. I just have to train you. You're done.
Covering the story,
Guys.
Jen Jackson, Channel 2 News. Twice a year, heifers on this ranch make their way into the squeeze chute for a hands-on procedure. A pregnancy check after spending some quality time in the pasture with the bulls.
This is a lot more cost-effective than running blood tests or doing ultrasounds.
Steve DeMonte is a large animal vet and has all the right stuff. He's got plastic coveralls and boots to keep him protected. But I, on the other hand, clearly am a rookie in jeans and a blazer. It doesn't take long for the learning to begin.
What's that?
It's just a glue, make it a little easier. It's not a painful procedure by any means. So we're gonna go in rectally to try to feel the cat.
2 heifers down for the vet. Now it's my turn.
You don't want to go through there. That's her over. Go through the top one.
Okay, and I just go straight in?
Yeah, just kind of get your fingers kind of cupped like that. And just gently go in.
She's not gonna like this, is she?
She'll be fine.
She's a large animal. Just go in just like this? Oh, good Lord.
way up to your elbows.
Oh my God. My first attempt doesn't go so well. Steve tells me she's about 5.5 months along into her 9.5-month pregnancy. But I'm no quitter. I'd give it another try with another heifer.
Point me in the right direction. I am so sorry. I feel like a little. Yeah, on the like on the right hand side.
Feel those? Those are the little plastic ones on the ears.
Congratulations, Ms. Cow. Bring me home.
Finally, a success on my behalf. And yes, I got dirty. Covering the story, Jen Jackson, Channel 2 News.
What's the fire doing now?
Netta, just like you said, it continues to burn hard and strong. They're still trying to attack it from the air and from the ground. We understand that there are 2 large air tankers here from Minden. We've got hundreds of fire engines and hundreds of firefighters working on this fire. What we know is more than 500 acres have burned, 50 homes have been lost. It's burning in timber. The entire Tahoe Paradise subdivision is evacuated. We understand those 50 homes that were lost are west of the subdivision. And we understand that every home and building west of Upper Truckee Road is under a mandatory evacuation. That includes the El Dorado County Sheriff's Department. Now they're moving to the Elks Lodge. They'll continue to be able to help the public. Also, the Gardner area just west of the Y in South Lake Tahoe is also under mandatory evacuations. Lake Tahoe Boulevard in the fire area is closed. So is US 50 between Lake Tahoe and Sawmill. Highway 89 is closed, and an evacuation center has been set up at South Lake Tahoe City Recreation Center. That's at 1180 Rufus Allen Boulevard. They are calling this the Angora Lake Fire, and they're continuing to work and battle this blaze. The problem is the winds right now. That is keeping some of these aircraft on the ground, because the wind continues to be a problem. And of course at night, these aircraft can't fly. So it's going to continue to be a difficult situation out here if these winds continue and if these aircraft can't drop that water and that retardant, but they do have crews on the ground. Covering Fire Watch, Jen Jackson, Channel 2 News.
Police haven't said if they found any evidence of Dennison during their now 5 days of searching the neighborhood where she disappeared. So why are clues so hard to come by in this case? Jen Jackson met with a search expert who's really somewhat of a local legend as what, Jen? A man tracker?
That's right, Wendy. Fernando Morera works with the Washoe County Sheriff's Department, but he also has his own business helping to locate people that have disappeared. But Morera says that there are several factors that are making this search difficult.
This set of footprint right there, this is actually a dog footprint right there.
For more than 30 years, Fernando Morera has spent time as a man tracker, helping law enforcement find clues to track down someone who's missing.
Look how much damage she did just from stepping right on the top of it.
Morera was out of town when Breonna Dennison went missing early Sunday morning, so his involvement in the case has been minimal. But he's willing to give us insight into some of the problems investigators could be facing.
To tell you the truth, they have to find a clue first. Without any clues, we don't know where to start.
Weather can help or hinder an investigation like this one.
It will be really hard to track someone down during the winter.
Snow can cover footprints. Wind can blow the evidence away. And in the disappearance of Dennison, the home she was last in is close to a busy college campus.
A lot of kids around and footprints all over the place.
So finding one footprint or solid piece of evidence to lead to a suspect could be rough for investigators.
Every human being will leave behind 2,500 to 3,000 clues per mile. So that includes footprints, cigarette butts, candy wrappers, the normal type of trash. But inside the city is trash everywhere, so we even don't know where to start.
Morera says to be a successful investigator, training is important.
Tracking, you have to keep training all the time. I usually normally do around the 1,300 hours a year just in training.
While he does more than required, he believes that local investigators can do a good job with the Dennison case. They just need a break.
If they can find a clue, it can even be 2-3 months from now, and you still can probably put the case together.
And Reno police are holding a community briefing at 6 on Breonna Dennison's disappearance here at the Joe Crowley Student Union Ballroom. So if you live in the area or you go to UNR, you're encouraged to attend. Covering the story live, Jen Jackson, Channel 2 News. I have to be honest, what I saw and learned was shocking and intriguing. Take a look at what it's like inside.
Welcome to the Mustang Ranch. Would you like to start with a lineup or a drink at the bar?
How about a lineup?
Okay, come on in.
The Mustang Ranch is full of history, the Silver State's first brothel. The parlor is huge. Fancy furnishings fill the room and beautiful art clings to the ceiling. 3 bells bring the working girls, including Madam Susan Austin, to the bar to meet a new customer.
Most of us have traveled down that road. Most of us were abused and molested as children, and that seemed to bring us to this industry. I don't know why, but rather than turn against sex, we've embraced it.
Austin says she learned how to run a brothel after working in the business for years.
If you follow me, we're going to go to a negotiating room.
And that's just what it sounds like. Inside, the men talk about what they want and how much they want to pay.
If he says he's on Social Security, you're not gonna, charge him as much as you would charge the guy that, is a CEO.
All the women set their own prices and take home half of what they charge. The brothel gets the rest. The women say they can easily make a 6-figure income. And there are other perks. During their 12-hour shifts, they have access to a gym, facials, weekly health checks, and a kitchen with an on-duty chef.
And then you just cover up your bed with them so you can have your customer.
For the customers, all the suites and bungalows have themes and special resort-style amenities. This room has 2 California king-sized beds. This one opens up to the pool.
I like sex. I love this job. I'm never going to leave this job.
And the women say 40% of what's done in the brothel doesn't even involve sex.
Something to get away from, have a good conversation, go swimming or lay together or have really good sex. It works out really well.
That's a look inside. It's a brothel filled with history. There's a museum open to the public, which was once Joe and Sally Conforti's home, and it's on the property. Covering the story, Jen Jackson, Channel 2 News.
I don't want to die on the job. I get up around 5 and get to the gym and then get into work here between 7 and 7:30.
You're the third speaker at 10 o'clock up at TMCC.
Paul Dugan's job as Washoe County School Superintendent is stressful. 63,000 students, 7,000 employees, and an education budget continually on the chopping block.
There's usually some type of evening event, whether it's a community event or whether it's some type of meeting at night.
About 14 hours after he leaves the house, Paul gets home at 7 p.m.
When I drive into the driveway, I say, okay, I wonder what I'm gonna see when I get in there.
Paul's wife Susan has Alzheimer's and it's progressing.
What are you doing with it?
Susan has no control over this. Nothing she did wrong.
It's still stressful to care for your wife, a woman whose memory is failing and requiring more attention and care.
I have to get out of this. Just
Here, I'll take it. Yellow? We've been married 37 years. If the roles were reversed, Susan would be doing the same thing, and I guarantee you she'd be doing a better job of it than I am.
He's learning to cook along with many other things.
Got something to drink, but we need something to eat, I think.
Announcing his retirement from the district wasn't an easy decision, but he plans on getting another job to allow him to spend more time with Susan while she can continue to live at home.
But to be real honest, I feel more guilt because I actually look forward to get out of the house. And that's tough.
Paul knows that he can't be a full-time caregiver, but he does plan to get a job that's less time-consuming than being a superintendent.